Welcome to the JCS Podcast. How you doing? We're going to be talking about sports and all the professional sports. My name is Jakhai Spano, class of 2027.
My name is Sean Curtis, class of 2025.
And my name is Conor Hewat, class of 2025.
So first, we're going to start about the NBA. So we're going to talk about the NBA. So what's your game predictions this week about, let's start with the Pacers and Magics today at 7 o'clock.
Pacers and Magic, let's see. I think I'm going to give this one to, the Magic. You know, they got Paolo, Bancheros,
I think he's still hurt. He's still hurt.
He's out right now.
Jalen Suggs. I feel like Jalen Suggs might have to step up this game, especially against Pacers with Halliburton. I think Turner's still on there. So I have the Magic. I got the Magic winning this one.
I think I got the Pacers winning. Last year, the Pacers did pretty good in the N Cup. They went to the championship against the Lakers, so kind of got the Pacers. How about you, Con? How you feel about that game?
I have the Pacers, too. I feel like they have too many superstars to go down to the Magic who don't even have their best players.
So how about the Celtics today against the Nets after they just lost to the Hawks with no Trae Young?
I don't lie. I still got the Celtics. That's a great team. You know, they're coming off a championship. So I think JT, Brown, and all those guys are going to get it done. So, you know, that's Celtics all the way.
Yeah, I got the Celtics, too. I feel like they just have a big three, and it's not really no one's going to be able to mess with them.
So we got the undefeated Cavaliers, and then the 76ers when Joel Embiid came back yesterday was his first game coming back this whole year. So how do you think that's going to happen? Do you think the Cavaliers are going to lose their streak? Or
I feel like the 76ers might be able to upset them. Like you said, Joel Embiid coming back.
Yeah.
They might have a good chance.
I think the Cavaliers, they're a great team, man. So, it's hot right now. It's hot. So they're a great team. They're playing together. It's just can't stop a team that has the chemistry that they have right now. So they should keep on. They should be 13-0 right now.
They're
12-0.
12-0. So it should be 13-0 by the end of today. So
I was just gonna put in that with the 76ers, they got a good rookie, Jerry McCain. Probably know about him. He's just had a shootout with Lil Melo Ball. Had 27 points, I believe. So, do you think he's going to step up this game or?
You know, this rookie, so, they're on and off. They're not really, depending on how you are, who you are, they're on and off, so we really don't know. So, maybe he could have a good game. Maybe this could be his worst game. So, who knows what Jared McCain could put out there on the floor tonight. Yeah. So, we'll see.
So, you think the same thing?
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So, the Bulls versus Knicks tonight, I believe it's in New York at the Knicks. They're both pretty good teams. They just got Karl Anthony Towns for Julius Randle this year. But the Bulls are a good team, too. I don't think Zach LaVine's playing, but Lonzo Ball did come back this year. So, how do you think that game's going to go tonight?
I think it could go either way. They both have similar records, and the Knicks were in the playoffs last year, I think, right?
Yeah, they were.
So, maybe they could.
I think with Lonzo coming back, he's bringing the team back together. You have your true point guard back. The Knicks, they added Karl Anthony Towns. They're going to be a great team. But I think I'm going to have the Knicks on this one just because I feel like they're a better overall team. Even though Lonzo's back, he's running the floor. Yeah. But I think the Knicks are just a better team. They'll take it tonight for sure.
So, what do you how do y'all think the top 5 teams are going right now? I know it's pretty early in the season, but do you think the Celtics are still number 1 after coming off that crazy season last year, or how do you want to put it?
I feel like you could put the Celtics 1, but the Cavs are right there too. It's hard to put an undefeated team after 12 games, not first place.
So if you had to rate them 1 through 5, how are you going to rate it?
The teams?
Yes, all teams together.
Okay, let's see. I got the Cavs, Celtics, Warriors, Thunder. Cavs, Celtics, Warriors, Thunder, Suns.
Suns, yeah.
You agree with that? If I had to, without me being biased, I would probably say the Warriors. I think the Warriors are a way better team than the Cavs. I'm going to put them at 1. And then I'm going to put the Celtics at 2, the Cavs at the 3. And then I'll probably put the Nuggets and then the Suns. Why
do you think the Warriors are better than the...
I'm going to just say the Warriors are a well-experienced team. They've been together for a little bit. Curry's a great leader, and he's still putting up crazy points. Seeing what he did last night, he had a crazy game against Klay Thompson coming back against the Warriors, and that's his first time ever playing against them. So that's how I think that's going to happen.
A lot of clutch buckets. Buckets in the fourth.
So MVP race, who do y'all think's doing pretty good right now in the league?
I mean, Embiid's been tearing it up.
Yeah.
Doing really well.
You know, who I got that boy up LA. AD.
He's been playing really good too.
Great, man. Great. He looks the best right now, like the best player right now. So.
Yeah, in my opinion, I really think it's Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum had a great start of the season this year, and after him like not getting that much time for the USA team, he's definitely came back and wanting to play harder. And now winning MVP in the finals last year or the conference finals, he's definitely coming with something on his shoulder to play about.
Yeah, chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, they got a lot of more games to come, so this could flip around quick, man, quick. So
real quick.
We'll see. I want AD to win it, man. Get his first MVP, get him up there. Cool. So we'll see. We'll see.
Got you. So how about this week for NFL? Let's turn it around and see what we're going to talk about this week for NFL. So Raiders and Dolphins is a cool game. How do you think that's going to happen? Dolphins just came off a good win against the Rams. So how do you feel like that game's going to go?
I think the Dolphins got this in the bag. But I think the Dolphins got to find a way. Mike McDaniel has to find a way to get Tyreek Hill more involved. Yeah. Last game, I think he had like 3 catches for 16 yards. That's not like a guy his stature, his superstar status.
Still scored, but
he scored, but like they need to get him more involved. Like get him going this season. That's not they couldn't find him like get him going this season. So I think the Dolphins can get Tyreek going and get that running game going with A-Chain. They'll be good. They'll be good. They're definitely a better team than the Raiders.
I believe so.
They just lost Adams, so I think I got the Dolphins winning this one.
How you feel about that one?
I had the Dolphins too. I think they'll definitely win over the Raiders. Both teams had higher expectations this year though than they've kind of been underperforming.
Yeah.
So I think the Dolphins need this win to stay alive in their playoff chances.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins are definitely trying to make the playoffs, but the Raiders did upset a couple teams. They upsetted the pretty good Ravens that are not that bad. The Max Crosby been playing really good this season, so hopefully he doesn't get the Tua because Tua's been coming off injuries here and there. So if he gets the Tua, the game might be wraps for the Raiders and they might win that game.
Yeah.
How about the Browns and Saints? They both been kind of like upset teams. The Browns upsets the Ravens and the Saints upset the Falcons last week. So how do you feel like this game's going to go?
You know what's funny, man? Like both of these teams, like these are teams that could like on and off through like the years, man.
Yeah.
So like the Saints, I know like Derek Carr's been getting a lot of hate for how he's been playing. Alvin Kamara, I don't know, man. He just like he's been getting involved here and there, but like not enough. I just think the Saints are just not a complete team right now.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go with the Browns and Jameis. He's been doing good. He's been a leader, a veteran guy that's been like leading them right now. But the Browns have been struggling a little bit too. But they still have time, work their way back into like playoffs or wild card, whatever they need to. So I think I'm gonna go with the Browns this week for sure.
Yeah, I got the Browns too. The Saints, they opened up the year like they had 100 points or something in 2 weeks, but since then Derek Carr's had a lot of turnover problems, and so I don't know if they'll be able to hold on.
Yeah, I believe that the Browns probably win this game. The Saints been really off lately, and I don't know what's going on over there. It might be like coaching problems or stuff like that, but we really don't get the insight about that. But I feel like the Browns is definitely going to take away that game. How about the Colts versus Jets? The Jets had really high expectations coming in this year, and they have like a great team well together. I just think it's their quarterback room that's the problem right now. So how do you think that game is going to go with Joe Flacco, that was a former Raven quarterback that's playing pretty good right now, took the QB1 starting spot?
Yeah.
You want to go with that one, Conor?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers hasn't played, definitely not up to his level.
Yeah, at all.
Since he got that injury, he hasn't came back the same. And hopefully with Devontae now and their really stacked receiver and running back room, you would think they'd be good, but their offense is just stagnant. They don't do anything. So I'm probably going to go with the Colts for this game.
Yeah, like same thing, man. Like the Jets, like if you look at who they got, like out the free agency, out the all season, man, you'd think they'd be like the best team in the league, but like it just hasn't been going their way. Their coach had got fired. Like I don't know, Hassan Reddick has just started playing, man. Just got involved. It's just like Teron Smith has not been that good for them either. So it's like I don't know when they're going to get it done, turn the season around. Like they don't really have that much time. So I didn't go with the Colts right here. Just a better team, better coach team. So.
Yeah, I just feel like the Jets aren't well coached together. They're not disciplined. They have all the talent. They have 3 great wide receivers. They have a great running back. They have a quarterback that has really good pass. Their defense is pretty good.
They just brought in a whole bunch of good players. So they don't have any chemistry.
And Sauce, he's been kind of mid this year.
Yeah.
So
after coming from best corner in the league. How about the Vikings and Titans? Justin Jefferson has been playing a great season this year. Sam Darnold, people thought he was going to be the reason why they lose a lot of games this year, but they're actually 7-2 this year. The Titans has been struggling this year after they lost Derrick Henry, who was like their key piece.
Yeah.
They've really been struggling who was going to be their quarterback, but who do you got this game? I think it's kind of obvious choice, but
yeah, I'm gonna say the Vikings. Of course, they're 7-2 right now. Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold has actually proven that he can actually play. I know it's been a couple years. People have down talked Sam, but the Vikings has a great defense. They have a good offense with Sam Darnold. Justin Jefferson. The Titans, Tajay Spears and Tony Pollard, taking that Derrick Henry role in. They have a great running back room, but I just feel like they don't know how to utilize it right.
Yeah.
Especially in the receiving game. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings for this week, definitely.
Yeah, I think the Titans losing their best player and one of the best players in the league is obviously devastating for them, and the Vikings having one of the best players in the league with Justin Jefferson, like you said, Jakhai. Everyone thought Sam Darnold was going to be their downfall. They didn't have a legit quarterback, but he's been playing good and has been carrying them to a 7-2 record. So I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Yeah, and he's in the conversation for MVP this year too, which was kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
So how about the Bears versus Packers? This is always a pretty intense game, and it actually is in Chicago this year. So the Packers are coming off a great season right now. They lost week 1, but they definitely got back to it. So, and the Bears, they have all the talent, but the first round draft pick that they got this year isn't playing as good to his talent level as he was supposed to be. So, what's your predictions?
I think the Bears, they started off all right. I think they won the first game, and Caleb Williams hasn't been playing terrible, but he's a rookie, so most rookie quarterbacks struggle early. So I think the Packers will take it just because they have more experience, and Jordan Love is settling in there.
Yeah, like Conor said, man. I think the Bears, you got to give rookie quarterbacks time to develop, and get a chance to get a feel of the league. Caleb Williams hasn't been playing bad, but like you say, he hasn't been playing great.
Yeah.
With the weapons he have, I thought it would be a better season for them, but they still have time, like I said, turn it around. So, and the Packers, Jordan Love just since last year in that playoff run that they had, he's been tremendous, man, and it just shows how much he has learned from A-Rod. And how much he has improved as a player and as a person. So I'm gonna go with the Packers for this one.
Gotcha. So with the Lions basically having a Super Bowl year, pretty good record. They're 8-1 this year against the Jaguars this week. That the Jaguars are a pretty good team. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is playing this week, but how do you think that game's gonna go? Do you think it's gonna be horrible for the Jaguars, or it's gonna be a blowout, or
I don't lie, the Jaguars are gonna get spanked.
Yeah, they're gonna
get spanked. The Lions is just had Dan Campbell has turned around that. The Lions were one of the worst teams for maybe not even the last decade, the last century or something. The Lions were one of the worst teams. The way he turned it around, Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, all those guys. The Lions really have a chance to make a great run this year, and I think it's gonna be better than last year. So you already know I got Detroit.
But how about Jared Goff throwing 5 picks last week?
They still got the dub though.
Scary.
They still got the dub.
Crazy, yeah.
They still got the dub. So
I think the Lions will win, but if I'm a Lions fan, I would be a little bit concerned just because, like you said, the turnovers, and they lost Aiden Hutchinson a couple weeks ago, so they might not have the pass rush that they need. If you notice, every Super Bowl team always has a great pass rusher, so they don't have their guy back there to get to the quarterback.
So let's probably talk about the game of the week, the Ravens versus Steelers. Who's going to take over the AFC North, and who's going to win that basically division, and how that's going to go? Who do y'all got that game? The Steelers has a great defense, and the Ravens defense has been struggling the past couple weeks, so... How do you think that's going to go?
I feel hard not to be biased, obviously, but I feel like the Steelers, they've been having a lot of good wins, but they've all been really close games. They're not blowing anyone out. And, similar to how they were, 11-0 a couple years ago, it was really fraudulent and weird. And I feel like it's a similar situation this year with them being 7-2. It's been a lot of close games, and usually teams that run with 2 quarterbacks don't end up making it. So, I mean... They could probably be a wild card team, but I don't think it's gonna they're legitimate contenders, really.
Yeah, I feel like, the Steelers, this has been like, it's kind of a weird record right now. I don't even know how they have the record they have, but, Justin Fields had definitely played a big part in that by stepping in, while Russell was hurt or while he was out. But Russell has came in, he's been doing well, solid. So, I'm going to switch minds. I'm going to go with the Ravens, man. I think the last time the Steelers might have won, but I'm going to go with the Ravens. Lamar's been having, like, a tremendous year. People think that this year he has a chance to win MVP for the second time in a row. He said last year he really didn't deserve it because of his stats, but this year he definitely has the stats. The Ravens just an overall better team. Like, the way Harbaugh's leading them is just Lamar's just going to get it done. So
my opinion on that game, I definitely like how the Ravens been playing this year. I know they've been playing pretty good, but you still got to think at the end of the day it's in Pittsburgh this year.
Yeah.
Right now, this week.
Yeah,
and Lamar has really been playing bad against the Steelers his whole career. I think he's like 1-3 when he played them so far. So I definitely think that the Steelers are going to take this one, and then maybe the Ravens might win the next one. But the Steelers are going to be leading the AFC North for a long time, probably till that next week. Mm-hmm. So how about the other rivalry game, the Seahawks versus 49ers? That's a great game every year, too. Geno Smith didn't have a great career at all, and then he came to the Seahawks and just turned it around. He's MVP caliber. I think he almost leads the whole league in passing yards. But with the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey coming back, I believe that most of their wide receivers are still hurt, but Christian McCaffrey came back. That's a big help. Brock Purdy gets his best friend basically back. The defense is good. So how do you think that game's going to go this week in San Francisco?
I think San Fran's going to get it. Geno Smith, even though he's leading the, like, if you actually watch the games, like, even though Geno was, like, top 5 in passing, he's been playing, like, okay to bad. It's just, like, been on and off with Geno. And Brock Purdy has been doing solid this week. I just don't know what's going on with the 49ers. They just haven't been, like, the same team you've seen the last 2 years. Of course, it's a different season, but with Christian McCaffrey coming back in, you don't want to, like, feed him the ball like that and he gets re-injured. Just let him ease in back into the play style. So I think DK is out for the Seahawks too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's out this week.
DK is out. Their best receiver is out. But you still have Jackson Smith and Digba, and Tyler Lockett, Tariq Woolen, all those guys. So, but I think the 49ers will take this win. Get back on track to, like, a better season. So
I think the Niners really need this game. They're only 5-4 right now, and a lot of people thought they could be undefeated to this point or have a very good record, and they've been definitely underperforming. Like, on paper, just similar to the Jets, they have, like, an insanely good roster, but they're pretty much a 500 team at this point. And I know a lot of that's because they didn't have CMC for most of the year, and he just came back. But still, like, even without CMC, their backup has been playing good too. So there's not really an excuse for them. So I think they really need this game in order to start their climb back to the top of the NFC.
So how about the Chiefs versus the Bills? Like, this is
classic.
This is a run for the AFC almost every year. The Bills always have great records but can never finish. Like, I feel like every single year I say the Bills are going to go to the championship and beat the Chiefs, but they just, like, don't make it there. And I just, like, don't understand what happens when they get to the playoffs. But Chiefs are 9-0 right now. Bills are 8-2. Bills are looking good. They just got Amari Cooper and stuff like that. The Chiefs receivers are out. The Chiefs almost just lost to the Broncos. So how do y'all think that game's going to go?
I'm going to take a turn. Even though the Chiefs are undefeated, I'm going to go with the Bills.
Yeah.
I feel like, everybody says every year, Josh Allen loses to Mahomes. He never beats Mahomes. But someday, somehow, some year, he's going to get it done. I think it's going to be this Sunday. So I'm going to go with the Bills. I feel like Allen can get it done. There's going to be a lot of great plays in this game, and it's going to come down to who wants it more, who wants the ball. Yeah. So all you have to do is not let Mahomes get the ball for, like, 2 minutes, no matter 13 seconds, no matter how much time is left. Just don't let Mahomes get the ball. So I think the Bills are going to take this one.
Yeah, I agree with Sean. The Chiefs are 9-0, but they've had a lot of really close games with teams that should not be in the game with them. They, like Sean said, they were in a really close game with the Bills last week and needed a block, or with the Broncos last week, and needed a blocked field goal to win the game. So they should have really lost. And like, the Chiefs usually are like very good in the regular season, but can drop some games here and there. But when the playoffs come, they really turn it up. But I think the Bills, they are a good regular season team, but so I think they will take take down the Chiefs this week, but I will say I think they'll meet again in the playoffs later this year for sure.
You know, when it comes to playoffs, Mahomes is just he turns it on.
Different guy.
He turns it on. So we'll see.
So the last game we're gonna talk about is the Texans versus Cowboys. Battle of basically Texas right there. So the Texans have been playing good this year. The Cowboys have, I don't know, they just haven't been as like the Cowboys are supposed to be. Jerry Jones just doesn't want to pick up nobody in the offseason. He just don't think his team needs anybody. So how do you think that game's going to go basically in the Battle of Texas?
I really don't want to talk about this game, but, you know, I'm going to still go with my guys. I'm still going with, you know, America's team, Dallas, the Cowboys. I'm going to still go with my guys. Even though Dak is out, I feel like Cooper Rush had a slow start last game, you know, to the Eagles. We're not going to talk about that game, but I feel like Cooper Rush, he's going to come out here and do it, you know. He hasn't been playing for a while, so get him back out here, get him a feel of the game, get CD the ball. Micah Parsons, the back, just came off a 2-sack performance against the Eagles. So I feel like once Micah gets that going, he's going to be back up there. Yeah. So as long as, you know, we play hard, we think we're going to win, I feel like we can get the dub, have a huge upset. Season's not over.
I feel like that's a stretch. I mean, the Texans.
That was a stretch. Oh, my God.
The Texans, C.J. Stroud is a dog. Joe Mixon is a dog. I feel like the Cowboys don't have the star power the Texans have, and also there's the momentum that the Texans have. Like, the Cowboys are underperforming, and the Texans are about on pace where we thought they would be. So I feel like without Dak, CeeDee Lamb is one of the premier receivers in the league, but he doesn't have the chemistry with Cooper Rush because he just hasn't been playing with him like he has with Dak the last few years. So I feel like the Texans will potential blowout. Potential blowout.
No,
I think the same thing. Yeah.
I think my team is going to win.
There's no way, bro.
Like we're only 3-6. It's kind of bad, but look, we're only 3-6. I think my team is going to have a huge upset.
Nah.
All right, we're going to get it done, and it's at our place. We're going to get it done.
Yeah. So how about the top 5 teams?
I feel like it's hard to put anyone above the Chiefs right now because they're undefeated.
You want to give your 5?
Yeah, 1 to 5.
I would say Chiefs 1, probably Bills 2. I would say Ravens 3, but you could put other guys above them. Ravens 3. I guess the Eagles 4, and then the Vikings 5.
The Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles.
You left the Lions out.
Lions above. So it's Chiefs, then Lions, then Bills, then Ravens, then Eagles.
Got you. So
say that.
I would put mine as. I just don't think the Chiefs are as good as they look right now. Like, I think teams can beat them. Like, the Broncos almost beat them. So I'm going to definitely put the Lions 1. I'm going to put the Chiefs 2. Eagles 3. Ravens 4. Bills 5. That's how I'm going to put it.
Okay. You know, like everybody said, Chiefs 1. Lions 2. Ravens 3. Vikings 4. Bills 5.
Yeah.
We're not putting the Eagles in there.
So we're going to finish right now, talk about the MVP race. How do you think this is going to go? We know Lamar is a big front runner right now, but you have to look at the little people like David Montgomery, been scoring almost every game. He's been really helping that Lions team with their rushing game. And then, like, Jamar Chase just had a crazy game this week. If he just keeps playing consistent like that, he could definitely win it like that.
Yeah.
And then also, like, Justin Jefferson, them LSU boys are just, like, crazy. So how do y'all think that's going to go this week? This year, Marvin?
Like, it might be a stereotype, but, like, it's true. It's just true. Like, quarterbacks always win it. It's just, like, like, last year they said CMC should have won it. He should have, but it's just always going to go to the quarterback. And I don't like how it's kind of based off record. I feel like it's just based off individual performance, like most valuable player, not most valuable team. So I think it should be like most valuable player, and it should be Lamar. Like, it's going to be Lamar. So I think we all know that, but you can give your voice your opinion. So
yeah, I agree with Sean. Usually the MVP is the quarterback of one of the 2 1 seeds in the NFC, the AFC. Whoever is the 1 seed, and that quarterback probably is going to get the MVP. And last year it was Lamar. So even though probably the best player, the most valuable player in the NFL last year was CMC, it's a quarterback award. It's been a quarterback pretty much forever. So I feel like it's hard to put anyone above Lamar in the quarterback department. You could make an argument for Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, like Jakhai said, but it's hard to say, a receiver's going to win it when it's been a quarterback pretty much every year.
Yep, and that's it for the JCS podcast today. So we'll see y'all later. All right, Sean. All right, Con. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.